Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each week to bring you tasteful content,
but viewer discretion is advised.
Now enjoy the show. Welcome to Outdoors Delmarva, the show that celebrates our communities, our cultures, and traditions, and the places we call home. My name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch. And Jason, I am so over this winter. The endless gray skies, the layers and layers and layers of clothing. It's really wearing me down.
Well, lucky for you, spring is right around the corner. So warmer weather and sunny skies are headed your way.
Good, but I'm still mad at that stinky groundhog.
This is Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
Plunging into the icy waters of the Atlantic Ocean is a Delmarva tradition that's been around for many, many years, and somehow it's turning into an annual tradition for us as well.
Well, that's right, but jumping into those bone-chilling waters, whether it's a penguin swim or a polar bear plunge, it's best to remember that it's all for a good cause. We are here at the Princess Royale in Ocean City for the Atlantic General Hospital Penguin Swim.
It's been one of my favorite events, and the best way I think to start off a new year is giving back to your community and getting cold for a cause. It gets all ages, you know, kids. You'll have, I think our oldest swimmer last year was 90 some years old that jumped in, and so it brings all different groups of people together. We had over 900 swimmers last year. We'll probably match that this year. There are people still registering as we speak. And then everybody comes together at the same time for a cause that benefits a community hospital. And they all have fun doing it. They love raising the money and being a part of it.
God bless everybody who's getting out there and jumping in.
No, I can't wait to the costumes, the different outfits. It's always super fun to watch. The energy is amazing, and I love starting off my new year that way, and I think probably 900 people do too.
John, as far as Sunday mornings in February go, this isn't too bad.
It really isn't too bad. You know, the air temperature is going to be 41, the water is going to be 37 when we go in. A little bit of wind, but the sun is out, and it's certainly not as cold as it's been. And I think 10 days ago, this place was covered in snow. Yeah. So we've got about as perfect plunge weather as you can get.
I mean, you keep reminding me year after year when I keep doing this that the weather is good every time that I'm here, that I got to keep coming back. But I'm not the only one that keeps coming back. You have so many people that love this event, that can't wait for this event. They've got it bookmarked a year in advance. What does that mean for you?
Well, what it tells us is that people really truly believe in the cause of this event. And as I was talking to people earlier today, you know, people with disabilities, everybody knows somebody with a disability. And usually everybody knows somebody who's part of Special Olympics. And sometimes that's as an athlete, sometimes it's as a unified partner, sometimes it's as a volunteer or even as a volunteer coach. And so when you ask people to help you raise the money to be part of this event, it really becomes an easy ask for people. But the 4,000 people that actually go in the ocean, we give them all the credit. This is a grassroots fundraiser. And not everybody comes from Delaware, right, which is exciting, but the bulk of people come from the state of Delaware and all over the state of Delaware.
Once again, a tip of the hat to everyone who participated in either a polar bear plunge or a penguin swim for their respective causes. They were great times, and mark your calendar because they're coming back again next year.
We've got more with our Best of Winter special when Outdoors Delmarva returns.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Jason did a lot of waterfowl hunting this winter.
I certainly did, and between getting my bag limit of sea ducks with Fin and Feather Chesapeake Adventures and watching the kids get their limit of Canada geese at Pratt Farm Lodge, we had a great waterfowl season, and we want you to take a look right now.
February 8th was the designated Maryland Youth and Veteran Waterfowl Hunting Day for 2025. This is important information because it explains why Captain Derek Thropus of Fin and Feather Chesapeake Adventures had me and 3 other hunters out hunting sea ducks after January 31st. The weather for February 8th in the greater Crisfield area was slated for a high of 36 with a good chance for freezing rain, sleet, and possible snow. The order of the day was to dress accordingly, because not only were we going to be out on the waters of the Minokan River, we were going to be as on the water as we could be without being in the water. The weather wouldn't be my only challenge, though. The good captain, an active duty officer in the Coast Guard, wasn't about to go easy on us, as we had Army, Air Force, and Marines on board that day, and he was going to test not only our shooting skills, but also our core strength and coordination by having us hunt from laydown boats. Waterfowl hunting is just one service Captain Derek offers with Fin and Feather Chesapeake Adventures. He'll also take you charter fishing, crabbing, bow fishing, and on eco tours. Though he's enjoyed time-honored hunting traditions here on Delmarva, from deer to rabbit, from ducks to geese, Derek says that the duck reigns supreme in his book. Despite freezing rain and sleet joining the party, fortune favored us as we had ample ducks and relatively calm waves to start. But that start was enough for all of us to bag our scoter limit. The second half of our morning proved more challenging as the waves got bigger and the longtails were few and far between. And even though I didn't bag an old squaw, I did finally bag my first bufflehead. 2 Drake surf scoters, a Drake common scoter, and a Buffy hen made me forget all about the weather conditions and how I may need to start practicing yoga in order to get in and out of laydown boats with a little more grace.
When I got here and I saw the geese lined up, I was like, they have had a great morning. And it seems like, despite the chilly conditions right now, everybody's in very good spirits, and it seems like the kids are just as excited as the adults seeing the kids getting out there and getting their geese.
It's a lot, you know, you kind of figure out what kid knows each other on the list, and you put them together, and then when they start getting their goose limit, you're swapping them out. And today everybody got their goose limit, and it's, 10 o'clock in the morning.
It is. So what is one thing that you want someone to take away if you get 10 seconds with them about this place and about what you guys do?
There's something special here. A lot of people tell me we can't really put our finger on it, but it's just a place where the outside world can just not exist. Come here, whether it's just sitting in a recliner, with a wood stove on, or just sitting here drinking coffee, watching these birds coming in. They're still coming in over here. It's just blind.
When you got your hands on this property, did you ever think, this is going to be a haven for inspiring the next generation to continue on with the tradition of outdoor sports?
Jason, I couldn't picture this in my wildest dreams. It's choking me up. It's crazy. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I'm very lucky. I am.
Get outdoors, Delmarva!
Seeing those successful hunts make me really excited for turkey season this spring.
We return to Scorchy's Corner when the Outdoors Delmarva Best of Winter Special returns.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Jason, one of my favorite parts about the youth rabbit hunt that we go on every year is seeing those little skilled beagles show their talents.
Then you'll really enjoy this week's Remembering Scorchy Taws.
Honoring the life and legacy of Scorchy Taws, thanks to Shorts Marine in Long Neck, Delaware. Shorts Marine, everything but the water.
Oh, yeah, come on, Flash. In there, get it down there. Yeah, Roscoe, yeah. Come on, yeah. Over this corner, over here, Flash. Flash, over here.
Roscoe and Flash have grown up.
They're doing pretty good. They're 25 months old. And if they had an old dog, they'd be perfect now, but there just doing what I've taught them.
It's hard to believe Roscoe and Flash, Delmarva's most celebrated beagles, are 25 months old and doing what comes naturally, hunting rabbits. It seems like only yesterday they were babes in hands, having been orphaned at birth and bottle raised by James and Pat Hemman of Chrisfield. We were there then and later visited with them as teenagers, an age when visions of bouncing bunnies hadn't entered their minds. But days do pass swiftly by, and now Roscoe and Flash are busy doing their thing.
See, now right now they're in their cold trailer. That's where the rabbit probably traveled last night.
James and his son Mike are the beagles' teachers.
Hey, ain't nothing up that tree, boy. Get out. Rabbits don't go up trees.
This day the bunnies were giving Roscoe and Flash the business.
Yeah, he's squatted in there. He's doubled on him. He's a pretty smart rabbit. Attaboy, get him! They've been doing pretty good. I killed a few rabbits with them this year. Come on, he's not in there. I'm satisfied with them for just second year.
James and Pat Hinman would be satisfied with them if they couldn't even recognize a rabbit.
She hates him to go out for they won't lose them. Won't bring them back. Hit him! That's how much she thinks. Oh, get him, boy!
This day, Roscoe and Flash didn't get them, but that didn't really matter at all.
I just get a kick of stomping through them bushes.
With Roscoe and Flash, of course, and we feel sure they feel the same way. Scorchy Taws, one in our Delmarvelous land, for WBOC News.
Remembering Scorchy Taws is sponsored by Shorts Marine. Online at shortsmarine.com.
We thought as part of our Best of Winter special that we would get some facts from WBOC Chief Meteorologist Mike Lichniak. So, did you know?
In Salisbury, during the course of the winter, which we categorize as December 1st through February 28th, we got 21.3 inches of snow this season, 11.3 inches in the month of January, 10 inches in the month of February.
Did you know?
Since 2013, the 11.3 inches of snow that we got in the month of January was the second most snow that we've had in the month of January. And since 2013, the 10 inches of snow that we saw in the month of February is the second most snow that we've seen in a month of February.
Did you know?
That 21.3 inches of snow recorded at the Salisbury Regional Airport in this season is the most since 2014-2015, when we picked up 21.9 inches of snow.
Did you know?
And my most favorite fact of all, since December of 2022, when we had 14 inches of snow, to this past January, when we got 11.3 inches of snow, in that 3-year span, the Salisbury Regional Airport only recorded 1.4 inches of snow. Now you do.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
I was with Jason in the stand when he shot his first buck in the fall, and he was probably thinking to himself that I'm the good luck charm and I was gonna have to go with him every single time. So he decided to test that theory and go on a little deer hunt by himself.
And thankfully, I do have a little bit of luck. Not that I didn't enjoy your company.
Back in November, during the Delaware Whitetail Open, Lauren and I went out to my dad's place to see if my luck there would continue from earlier in the week. And it's a good thing Lauren was with me. Otherwise, I would have never seen what would soon become my first buck. A quality 9-pointer. But now it was January, handgun season in Delaware. January 8th, to be exact, 2 days after the monster snowstorm. This time, I was in the tree stand alone, but certainly not without company. A red fox hung out with me while my dad was on the backside of the property and my brother Josh in a stand on the far corner of the field. It didn't take long for a doe to show herself, but she was a little on the small side, and quite frankly, I was there in hopes of seeing a buck, because the one I got back in November was not the one my father had told Lauren and me to be on the lookout for, so he was still out there. The doe hung out with me for quite some time, and when she stopped to look around, I took that as a sign that maybe a gentleman caller was lurking just inside the tree line. After a while, the doe filled her belly and apparently had other places to be. I was beginning to think that she might be my only company for the day. But then a young stud showed up, and as my white-tailed deer hunting season was coming to a close sooner rather than later, I zeroed in on the deer to size him up. He had good size to the body, and it appeared that, though small, he had more than 4 points on those antlers. I had my Hunter's Choice buck tag left and a great opportunity to fill my chest freezer, so I prepared, running through all the things in my head that my dad had taught me about hunting: weapon safety, awareness of my surroundings, natural point of aim, a relaxed posture, my breathing, control, squeezing the trigger, and follow through. Now it was time to take the shot and make a clean kill.
All right, I am waiting for Josh and my dad to get here with the gator. Hopefully they are on their way, because I've been standing out here for a little bit now, and quite frankly, it's starting to get a little cold. So I don't know where you guys are, but if you could come and get me, that would be great. But yeah, here with the deer, keeping it company. And rumor is that my brother shot. I think I heard it. There was a text message in the group chat that said that he shot, but he missed. But we'll see what happens. Well, it's about time. I thought you left me out here.
Well, we got lost in there.
Yeah, I knew he was small. I had a doe right around 425, 430. And I was like, she's pretty, but she's small. I'm gonna wait. And before long, it was getting on 5 o'clock, and I was like, oh.
It was like 5:05 when you shot this.
Yeah. And she came stumbling out, and I was like, all right, well, you're big enough, and you got at least 4, if not more. And he was dead before he hit the snow, I'll tell you that.
We had some pretty decent winter weather, and many of our viewers took full advantage of those photographic moments.
And we're going to take a look at those winter photos when the Outdoors Delmarva Best of Winter Special returns.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva, presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. And now, here are Jason Lee and Lauren Hitch.
It's time to shake up the snow globe and take a look at your winter weather photos.
Thanks to our friends at North Bay Marina.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you so much for joining us.
And those snow photos were absolutely beautiful, but I really hope we don't see any more of that white stuff until Christmas Day. But if you have a photo you'd like to submit, go to outdoorsdelmarva.com and click the banner at the top of the page, or scan the QR code in the bottom corner of your screen.
We hope to see you right back here again next week, but until then, my name is Jason Lee.
And I'm Lauren Hitch, and we hope to see you
Outdoors Delmarva.
Outdoors Delmarva, a Draper Media production, is presented by Gateway Subaru. Higher standards. Sponsored by Shorts Marine, Bell Creek Equipment, and range time.